would not
I'm
believe
late.
how
Move your
many
ass.
celebrities live here. Totally. I got one of those maps of stars. Jack Howitzer is shooting some reality show by my hotel. I'll try to get you some autographs. See ya. What in the world?
I'm going to live from Howick. They make it in front of you, so you know it's like real dandelion. Nope, they're still yellow.
Hey, what's up?
Gotta go. Make your run to the bathroom, boss.
The exposure is painted enough. That was so unprofessional. We need to finish this talk soon. Call me.
That's a sweet ride you got there, man. Nice ride! You doing big, homie. Oh, no. Oh, shit!
I got an
I was saying, how are you? Whatever, don't worry about it.
I'm telling you.
But I have a phenomenal presentation package. Frankly, I think you'll be blown away.
So what if the Japs invented it?
Honestly, you haven't seen my best work, and I'd really like another chance to...
Hey, gotta go. I'm still gonna tell him you're on board.
Well, next time I hope to... I understand. Thank you anyway.
Meow.
Mother of God!
Oh my goodness! Come on, move it!
Hey! How you doing? What the hell?
Meet me at the bar.
Oh, now you call me. I'm joining the gym tomorrow.
Incredible.
hell of a ride you got there.
Hey,
Yo, 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 yo. What is up, guys? Really hope y'all had a good week. Appreciate you guys for kicking off the weekend with the Trippy fam. Hold on, I'm bringing the chat up. Is anybody even in here? Am I talking to myself? Okay, here we go. Yes, there are people in here. Shelly, Raven Cat, Mr. Flibble. Huge shout out to Trippy Zombie, Nuclear. What is up, man? Raven Cat, appreciate you joining in tonight. Drop a comment, hit the like button. Do not adjust your set. We are in GTA 5 Insomniac live stream. It's the middle of the night. You know, hanging out, clothing optional. Hit the like button. Most importantly, you know, really hope you guys enjoy the night. That's what it's all about. Hang out, chill. And GTA 5 is such a good game to chill in, especially as the Trippy fam, you know, because you just have little elements like what you see right here. You know, it's just kind of a subtle Easter egg to Halo. And that's really what Grand Theft Auto is all about, you know, especially GTA 5. You walk around and there's just so many references. And you might not even pick up on all of them, but they're everywhere, and there's just so many things to discover in this game. So it makes, you know, these trippy late night streams where we are down for whatever, anything goes, and you know, it's just fun just to hang out with you guys, shoot the shit, and you know, look around. For example, you got the Whirligig Theater. Now you guys probably know this is the Chinese theater, which is very famous, Hollywood Boulevard in Los Angeles, of course, Hollywood. And I am, you know, a huge fan of the Chinese theater because, you know, I've also visited the recreation, the perfect one-for-one recreation of the Chinese theater, which is here in Florida, in Orlando. So, I love that you have this in the game. Of course, GTA San Andreas had a Chinese theater. It's really just an iconic video game location at this point. And then if you look at the real-world version that is based off of, there are even references to that. For example, did you know that right across the street from the Chinese theater, the real Chinese theater, the Grauman's Chinese Theater. So, if you were to go to the real version, across the street, precisely located right here. Do you know what that store is in real life, guys? Well, in real life, this is where you would find the Disney store. Yes, the Disney store is right here. I have to see if it's still there, just because I think I might have read that they just closed it. But regardless, forever, this was the location of the Disney store. And you'll notice that Rockstar put Fred's store, Fred, from Fred's Fun World. Fred's Fun World. And Fred's Fun World in the Rockstar universe is none other than Disney World. So, you know, just a real reference to what is actually there at the real Chinese theater, the Disney store. Fred is the Rockstar version of Walt. You see how it kind of has that look to it. It makes me wonder, is there going to be a fun world in Grand Theft Auto 6? I think there's probably going to be a fun world in some capacity. Now, are they going to call it Fun World? Maybe they'll change the name to something else. Who knows? But it is an interesting thing to look at, considering we got Grand Theft Auto 6 right around the corner. Just park our newfound bike right here. So what's happening with you guys? Much love, J-Mac, Nuclear Nixons. I need to actually watch a movie at the Chinese theater. Yeah, I wonder how much it is. I know they do a lot of the movie debuts at the Chinese theater, that's probably like one of the more epic locations. You know, if you want to say you have a cool movie, you want to debut it somewhere really iconic, this is going to be one of the locations you might want to ride with. Mike Gardner, my man, what's up, dude? I don't know, Mike. I don't know. I might do it if I can hook up with one of you guys. I'd have to see, you know, who in the Trippy gang is playing the new DLC. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just such an old game at this point that I should, you know, as far as views, you know, view count, that type of thing, I should be covering it for you guys. You know, it's just GTA 6. I don't know. It doesn't really excite me like it used to, obviously. It is so old, and you know what I think? You know, honestly, what kind of vibes I get? It's like I almost want to go into Grand Theft Auto 6 fresh, you know, as fresh as possible. So, you know, I don't want to get burnt out on GTA Online leading into Grand Theft Auto 6, if that makes sense. I mean, not that it's not that big of a deal, but I certainly want to be fresh going into GTA 6, you know. I mean, GTA 5, I just think it's going to be a shadow of what Grand Theft Auto 6. For me, I just see a game that is so damn old nowadays. Now, it's still fun to play. I mean, you guys know me. I play old games all the time. I love retro, you know, old school games, whether it be, you know, Nintendo or Xbox 360. You know, old school games are fun to play. And, well, let's be real. This game, to me, is classified as an old school game now. I mean, this, when GTA 5 came out, it's like the world was a different place. I'd actually just started the channel because of Grand Theft Auto 5. So, you know, you can imagine, it was a long time ago. There's something really strange. Is it over on this road? Let me see if we can track it down. You have, you know, strange floating, I don't know, smoke, or let me see if we can find it. There's these weird optical illusions. I mean, here's one right here. And we found them all over GTA 5. And I think this might be an example on how, you know, to me this game needs an update desperately. I know everybody loves GTA 5. I'm no different, but we need the new, you know, the new flavor. Once again, guys, do me a favor, hit the like button. Really got some extra trippy things that we're going to look at. You know, it's middle of the night, coming up on 3 o'clock here on the East Coast, the witching hour. So, yeah, we'll be here into the night. Hopefully you guys can join me. Got my coffee mug up, guys. Cheers.
I don't know why downtown got so
Much love, Nina. What's up?
It's a pain in the ass to get there from anywhere else.
Alright, so check this out. I don't know what you guys think.
Out a location on asphalt.
You see that?
Ironic, right? An echo.
Is it a glitch? I can probably show you 10 of these things throughout the map. A random black smoke ball of some kind just randomly in the middle of the street. I don't know, man. And we've covered this, you know, as far as a mystery is concerned. You know, Nuclear Nixon's calling it a miasma. Nuclear Nixon's, that's because you're an OG. You know, you were probably watching the video, like when I dropped the video talking about this thing, you were probably watching it on day one, man, which is crazy to think. I mean, you know how long we've been doing our thing, and you know, that's why I cannot wait for us to get Grand Theft Auto 6. You know, we've been on the record, I think we're more excited than anybody. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people excited on the internet, but damn it, they don't know about the miasmas. You know, they don't know about some of this stuff. Huge shout out to Rocket Smoke. Rocket Smoke, did you just drop a stream nuke?
I meant to be an actress slash singer slash artist.
Rocket, you are a legend, broski. Really appreciate you, man. People like Rocket Smoke, Raven Cat, Mike Gardner. People like that are why, seriously, you guys are awesome. Really appreciate that, Rocket Smoke. That is sick, dude. Really appreciate it. All right. That's just one example, and kind of a small example to start the stream of why I think the game needs an update. You know, the fact that we have these weird glitches, and I don't know, man. We need to see the next level. We need to see the next level. In chat, we're about to. We're very close to seeing the next level. Cannot wait to tackle that with you guys. Massive shout out to J Mac, who says floating smoke. You can find them in the desert. You can find it in the canyon. You can find it in the military base. Yeah. So per usual, if there's anything you guys want us to look at, feel free to let me know. You know, certainly plenty of cool things to explore and discover during tonight's stream.
Young man with an interest in the Second Amendment.
But I really got some extra trippy stuff to show off. Especially one thing that I've been wanting to look at, underwater. And
what's left of society.
You know, you got to remember, we're going from Cali to Florida. You know, so there was a lot of underwater exploration in this game. And, you know, when you're going to Key West, when you're going to the Bahamas, when you're going to Miami, and, you know, I guess the Gulf of America, or whatever they want to call it, in this new version, in GTA 6, I mean, there's going to be a lot of underwater stuff, considering the location. Probably way more than we saw in GTA 5, and I think that might be one of the underrated elements that, I don't know, I think people aren't really realizing. Here, let's go back up to Franklin's house. You know, I think people aren't realizing that that is taking a long time. Maybe that's one of the reasons why the game is taking so long. You know, it could be that they're adding more underwater secrets and things to discover. Because really, if you look at some of the underwater locations here in GTA 5, they look okay. But we'll stop at the Ripley's. They look okay, but I feel like it's not really too realistic. You know, there's not enough seaweed, there's not enough color. A lot of it's just like the dirt, to where if you're in Key West, you're talking about coral, you're talking about jellyfish. I mean, there's just a lot going on underwater here in Florida. So, one thing that I've noticed, so we were playing Vice City here on the PlayStation 5, we have it downloaded, and I believe that this UFO right here, which is in the Bishop's What the F, I think that this UFO is a little bit of a reference to the hidden UFO that you can find at the movie studio in GTA Vice City. Hold on one second, guys. Let me just make sure everything's all working. Hang on.
Your car is great. Need some eye candy for the car? Fucking asshole.
Check 1, check 2, check 3. Alright. Everything should be solid. Hey, once again, guys, we're just starting off the stream. We'll be here into the night, into the morning. Much love to you guys. Hit the like button. If you are in the Trippy Club, we got some Grand Theft Auto 6 emojis as I was saying, nobody's more pumped up about the game than us. So, we certainly are going to count down until the big reveal, especially with Trailer 3, most likely getting closer and closer. I mean, if you look at all the murals, all the different things that you can find here, they're going to up the ante in the next game, man. There's going to be an endless amount of things for us to discover and look into. And, especially with Red Dead Redemption 2, you saw that the amount of secrets and Easter eggs, that sort of thing, I mean, it's unparalleled. Rockstar, just likes to cake them in there into the game. So I think it's probably the number one thing I'm looking forward to, where you ask some people, they might say they're looking forward to online the most. Maybe they're looking forward to the story. Obviously, that's going to be awesome. For me, what am I... Excuse me, guys. Hold on. Here comes that helicopter. For me, what am I looking forward to most? The secrets and Easter eggs and the mysteries of Grand Theft Auto 6 that we'll find. What the hell's going on here? Okay. So yeah, if you go to the UFO in Vice City at the movie studio, it's kind of a basic version of this. I think that they took that UFO, added the different neon to it, and then stuck it here in the building of the Bishop's WTF. Now you might be wondering, Trippy, what is that in Los Angeles? Is there a location that has a UFO in the building? No, it's not a UFO. So this, as you can probably tell by the font and the way it looks, is actually a spoof on the Ripley's Believe It or Not. So instead of Ripley's Believe It or Not, you have Bishop's WTF. And instead of a UFO, Ripley's Believe It or Not has a T-Rex busting out of the roof. Rest in peace, Sam Neill. But yeah, so there's a T-Rex actually going through. In fact, some people call the T-Rex Buster. Some people name that T-Rex Buster because he busted through the roof. And of course, Buster's the name of the Trippy doggo. So everything goes full circle. But yeah, so there's an interesting Ripley's Believe It or Not in Florida. So the Ripley's Believe It or Not, which is in Orlando, it's on a location, it's a place called International Drive, I-Drive. Very popular in Orlando, as you have different attractions. It's been around forever. But the Ripley's Believe It or Not, which is there in Orlando, is an upside down house. So look for there to potentially be an upside down, mansion type gimmick to be the Bishop's WTF. And maybe we'll get an interior this time. I'm going to turn up the audio for you because the UFO, it's clearly meant to be just kind of a cool little thing, a design. And as I said, this game's version of that T-Rex from the real life Ripley's Believe It or Not. But it does actually make a UFO sound effect. And I always thought that's interesting. Because she loves rimmers. Oh yeah, we all know the ladies love the rimmers. Rim job? Anyways, I'm going to turn it up real quick. Let me know if you hear the UFO. Alright, hopefully you guys can hear that. I feel like it's an interesting sound effect. Most likely, it could be a reference to the UFOs that you eventually find with 100% completion. Because if you're just joining up, this is actually a subtle reference to the UFO, which is at the movie studio in Vice City. We just looked at it the other day. We have it downloaded here on the PlayStation 5. So, you know, I think it's an Easter egg to Vice City. And also, if you look at the colors of the UFO, they're most likely a reference to the main characters themselves, which is kind of interesting if you think about it. Because you have green being the color of Franklin. See that orange for Trevor. See the orange on here. And then the blue for Michael. Blue, green, orange. Blue, green, orange. And there is, I think, 1 or 2 missions where you can turn into Chop. You can't really control Chop, but you can turn into him. And he is red. So I'm not sure, maybe that's more of a coincidence, but I believe this is a subtle reference to Vice City, and then Rockstar just putting the colors of the main protagonist in neon on the top, because the Vice City version didn't have any colors. I think they added it on purpose there at the top, most likely. But yeah, it's going to be one of those chill streams. We'll be hanging out all night. I'm sure a lot of people will be stopping by. So greatly appreciate those of you in here right off the bat. Yo, RJ, we need a UFO emoji, says Grumpy. I should make you guys a new UFO. I have the same... The trippy UFO emoji that we have represents the UFO from Red Dead Redemption 2. So I should make a new UFO, for sure. Shelly, as always, greatly appreciate you here. Mike Gardner as well. We got some damn good mods. Perhaps, I mean, we don't need any mods right now. You know, because everybody in here is chill as F. You know what I mean? Back in the day, dude, we were getting absolutely slammed from bots and trolls and all kinds of craziness. And I suspect when GTA 6 comes around, we probably will face some of that again. So the mods may be tested at that point, but yeah. As of right now, it's like we don't need any, but certainly I'd upgrade more of you guys for sure. But yeah, I really hope you all had a good week. It's the weekend. We'll be chilling into the night. So yeah, I think we're gonna be... I think we can go down as Franklin, right? You know what? We're gonna switch it up to... We're probably gonna switch it up to Trevor. Let's go over to Franklin's house first, and then we'll switch it up to Trevor to check out a big secret underwater. So what's happening with you guys? An army of trolls back in the day. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it was mostly because of bots. Because we were just getting absolutely mollywopped by the bots. And the weird thing is, they were like sex bots. You know, they're all pushing, you know, their twisted websites. Wrong turn. You know, come visit my website. You know, 1 on 1 on 1 on 3 on... It's just all kinds of craziness, dude. And I'm not gonna lie. It does sound tempting. But no, we had to block the bots. We're good. We're not going to your orgy websites. Again. So let's sleep for a little bit.
I gotta train your ass to use the John Chop. That's a big ass pile of shit.
Of course, you can take Chop for a walk. You can play catch with him. Back in the day, there was an app. You can upgrade him to get a golden collar for him. Is that going to be a returning feature? Dude, we could talk about the questions about Grand Theft Auto 6 forever. You have so many people online. Like, people online are just, oh man, it's a cesspool more than ever, guys. Like, how about the normies when it comes to Grand Theft Auto 6? And I just read left and right, oh, you know, what is this? This is terrible marketing. This is the worst marketing. I'm not even excited for the game anymore. What are you talking about? These people are insane to me. Like, it's Rockstar, okay? Trust me, they're cooking. You don't need to see anything to know the game is going to be fire. The only thing we need to care about is the game going to come out in November when they said it was, November 19th, okay? They're going to drop their trailer, and it's going to be mind-blowing. You probably don't have to worry about it very much. Why everybody needs to see the game so much? Who cares? Go play the original Vice City. It's going to be like that on steroids. It's going to be nuts. Anybody who thinks differently, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. People just got to be patient. I don't know why people are acting like they have to see a trailer so badly. Don't worry, you'll get your kicks. It's gonna come. There's no hurry. As long as the game's gonna come out, what different? Are you waiting for trailer 3 to decide if you're gonna get the game or not? What are you talking about? I'm not, like, people have to announce it. I'm not gonna get the game. Good for you. I am. You bet your ass I'm gonna get the game. And probably everybody else is that, you know, wants it to play it. That's all that matters. But it's just funny how the internet is, right? Where people are trying to just go crazy about Rockstar not dropping a trailer. I mean, what can you say, dude? They don't care. They know it's a different way of life now. You know, back in the day, they would put out a trailer 2 years out, a year out. Now, they don't really care. They're going to start the hype closer to when the actual game comes out. We've been saying that the whole time. That's what they did with Red Dead Redemption 2. Trust me, I was frustrated. You know, we were back around then. We had videos. I was frustrated with Red Dead Redemption 1 much in the same way, where we wanted to see footage of Red Dead Redemption 2. And there wasn't much to go by back then until we got really close to the game coming out. I remember, like, wondering, like, what the hell are we even going to do in this Red Dead Redemption 2? What is... We got shots of the gang. There was like a 3-second clip, probably less than that, of John Marston. So that was kind of like the confirmation, like, oh, John Marston is back. We didn't know if we were actually going to play as him or not. Got plenty of hobos. Talk about the hobo gang. Alright, we got to switch it to the ultimate hobo. Trevor. Slow to moving target. I think we're going to get more of the same politically correct characters. What's going on here? Trevor.
Would you listen to me? I'm trying to explain the situation.
Rockstar does a lot of stuff purposely to try to get rage and attention. So I think they're going to possibly do some stuff to push the envelope. We got to cross. This is just a mere taste of what we're going to get in the Everglades. We flooded our car. In the Everglades. In Grand Theft Auto 6. We already know the main characters of GTA 6. I do like what I've seen out of the secondary characters so far. But, you know, we really do. We got Jason. And Jason is a little bit different if you've been paying attention to Grand Theft Auto 6 from the leaks and, you know, that sort of thing from back in the day. Back in the day, but from a few years back. But, yeah, I mean, Jason, I first thought he was going to be some sort of Florida-style redneck, which as somebody who's born and raised
Send out a
here,
cab post-haste?
there's a lot of those
course.
types.
Driver should be with you soon.
I'll be here.
Oh no, not the bunny. Not the bunny.
That's crazy as hell.
Moment of silence for the bunny. Yo, pay some respect. Are you serious? Okay, that was collateral damage. I didn't mean to. Alright. You know, when there's a missile launcher involved, accidents happen. Let's get the hell out of here. So yeah, I mean, we know the main characters, Jason and Lucia. You know, I think that they look phenomenal so far. I think there's going to be a lot of customization. Honestly, I foresee Jason being extremely awesome. I think he's going to be a great main character. Very customizable. Looks like you can make him jacked. You can probably make him fat. Fat Jason. Look for that to be the future meme. Wait for the fat Jason memes to come out of social media. And Lucia, I think, is pretty dope as well, so I like what I see, you know? I'm fine with it. Alright, so let's get out of here. Alright, I know a place we can go hide out for a second until we lose the cops. They'll never find us in here. We're gonna get a railgun in GTA 6. Probably. Alright. They'll never find us in here. Huge shout out again to Shelly. Fluffy. What's up, Fluffy? Just pooping in... Oh, just popping. Oh, that's way different. Whew. Much love, Fluffy. DLC Gamer. RJ sounds like Bob from Bob's Burgers. I need to watch more Bob's Burgers. I have a couple friends who just love that show to death. But I haven't seen too much of it. But you said I sound like Bob himself. I'll have to check it out. Alright, I need some coffee. Hang on. Got the coffee mug up. Cheers to the weekend, baby. Fluffy says, breakfast was good. What'd you have for breakfast, Fluffy? Beans and toast? Okay, let's ride out. I did go to the UK section in my grocery store Publix the other day. And they did have, like, different cans of beans in there. It's some pretty good stuff, actually. I wanted to take a picture, maybe send it to Fluffy or some of our other, you know, UK trippy mofos. Call the taxi. See what the good stuff is. Raven Cat says, I have crumpets. We'll put them on about 9. Crumpets, huh? Actually, I wanted to go get a donut for the morning. The donuts there at the Publix are so good.
Thanks for calling.
Much obliged.
But yeah, they were out of the kind I wanted to get. Yeah, I really hope you guys have a good Saturday. We're going to have some live streams coming up over the weekend for damn sure. And yeah, I really want to thank all you guys who are subbed. Don't forget to drop our limited edition Grand Theft Auto 6 emojis that we have. Get to the chopper.
Go. Grandson.
But yeah, I like what I've seen out of the two main characters. For sure.
That's the ride, my man.
Is it nighttime already? I feel like the day goes by way too fast, man. Alright, it's okay. We'll just fly it on over to Trevor's mansion. Wait a minute. Oh, Shizen. We're supposed to have a cargo bob. We're going to have to buy it. No big deal. As you do, you just go to your neighborhood military grade vehicle store. You know, if you want to get a tank. Personally, we are interested in the Cargo Bob. It's only right, right? We talked about Bob's Burgers.
Nothing like
Maybe that's
mindless
what this is
consumerism to
referencing.
fill the void.
The Cargo Bob's Burgers. Luckily, we have millions in the bank.
Where you headed, homie? Sandy Shore.
Off to Trevor's mansion. It's a one bed, one bath mansion. Front yard is well kept. You got your own butler. Here he is right here.
There's something
It's
up
like,
with the
no,
sign.
don't do it. Don't do it, Ron. Live to see another day. And here it is. You know, I'll show you around. Here we have our man cave. Fresh beer on tap. Apparently warm beer. Who knows how long it's been sitting there for, but you know, warm beer's cool too, right? One more, why not? It's the weekend. All right, that'll do it. I'm sure Trevor's a lightweight, anyways. Trevor does have a TV. So, yeah, technically you could hang out and watch TV. The TV is hilarious in Grand Theft Auto 5. We could probably just sit around watching TV one day, and we'd be cracking up the whole time. So, yeah, I'm guessing TV's going to be back, internet's going to be back, radio, all that stuff. We're going to go on Chatterbait. It's going to be great. Candy Sucks. Is Candy Sucks going to make a comeback? I hope so. But then I think Jenna Jameson voiced her, and they're going to have to find, like, Riley Reid or something to be the new Candy Sucks, like Candy Sucks Jr. We're predicting Candy Sucks Jr. Take a quick snooze. Doomer says the TV in GTA 4 is hilarious as well. Yeah, that's true, Doomer. You're right. I want to do a GTA 4 playthrough soon. The Cargo Bob has been delivered. Excellent.
Shit!
What the heck? Ron is in the same exact spot? Alright, now that's kind of stupid. Pedal to the metal. Yeah. Check this out. Here's another thing I missed. Not in Red Dead Redemption 2, for whatever reason it should have been, but the slow motion cinematic angle. Yeah. So this should be back. Coming through. Yeah, it's a little hard to drive, but it looks cool. Alright, enough of that. Let's try to make it to the chopper without dying. So here we have the desert. It's not really too much of a desert if you think about it here in GTA 5, but it is a desert nonetheless. And we won't be getting one of those, as far as I know, in GTA 6. We go into a more subtropical climate. We have a lot of things here in Florida and the nearby Bahamas. Hell, if we have Cuba like I'm predicting, that will even have large-scale mountains. Doomer will definitely do a GTA 4 playthrough. Honestly, I want to do just marathon playthroughs of a lot of Rockstar games in preparation for Grand Theft Auto 6. Alright, here she is. The Cargo Bob. Come on. Magically appear, Cargo Bob. There she is. Looks good to me. Keep in mind that this game right here is an Xbox 360 game. You know how they just came out with Black Flag? Didn't Black Flag come out after GTA 5? I'm pretty sure it did, right? Let me see. Black Flag release date. Was October 29th, 2013. So that was after GTA 5 came out by a month. So they just remade Black Flag as if they're bringing back some old school game, right? That came out after GTA 5. So that's how old, you know, we're still playing this damn game that's been out from before then. This is a genuine Xbox 360 game. When they upgrade Grand Theft Auto to GTA 6, everything is going to look a million times better, guys. It's going to be so much better. Turn down the helicopter audio. Might be a little bit on the noisy side. But yeah, so just shows you, you know, the people that are still playing this game religiously, it's tough. To me, it just feels super old. It's just the fact that it's a Grand Theft Auto game makes it inherently awesome, but just having an upgraded version is going to be mind-blowing. 2013 was a long time ago, dude. I mean, think about it. 2013, you know, Shelly couldn't even legally drink yet. J-Mac was still a virgin. The stunt guys was in his first marriage, not yet divorced and then remarried. And of course, Doomer was still in prison. So it was a different world back then. Back then, I had a different name. I was known as Rico Bartolo Lopez. But of course, after going through several operations, I'm now known as Trippy. So 2013 seems like forever ago. Actually, you know what? We want to pick this thing up, don't we? Let's get back in the Bob. Cruising in my Bob. We got the rap music banging out inside. Beer can, you know we're riding dirty. Alright, let's take the submarine. I was gonna take the dinghy, but I changed my mind. Let's do sub. Speaking of sub, make sure to sub to the channel. Alright, let's ride out. Let's ride out. Gonna have to cut across the map. Look at that. Imagine seeing that. We're looking out, it's the morning. Oh, look, no big deal. Just a helicopter with a submarine. Now that little symbol right there, if you look at it to the right, down there, that is where you can go hunting. So there's a full-on hunting, you know, kind of mini game that you can do here. You can activate hunting anytime, but I don't know how many people actually did it very much, other than I think what is required for 100%. Hunting it's pretty basic here in GTA 5, and I think from here, that is where it really got upgraded to what you see in Red Dead Redemption 2, which was also an evolution of Red Dead Redemption 1, but that hunting is the style of hunting that we're going to see in Grand Theft Auto 6, and that's going to be a lot of fun. You know, we're going to be able to go in the Everglades, probably hunt a legendary cougar, you know, the Florida panther. We'll be able to go and, you know, probably hunt some legendary sharks underwater. Maybe, like, you have to kill a shark with a knife. Would be crazy. So I look for hunting to be a big part of GTA 6, especially for those who, you know, are probably going to play just the simulation aspect of the game. Yeah, I agree with that, Doomer. Nina's saying I was never very good at flying. One of my favorite things about Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, even though it's a little bit tough, and then again here in GTA 5, is the flight school. Very memorable, you know, maybe a lot of failures, but that's what makes it so fun. So I look for flight school to come back, dude. I think that's going to be an awesome element. Another thing that is extremely popular here in Florida is flight. You know, we're talking a lot of airports, skydiving, air shows. Man, it's just a big part of Florida is the skies. That's for sure. I think it's going to be a big part of GTA 6. Mike Gardner, chilling like a villain. J-Max says, I like that stock car race starting outside the Yellow Jack. Hey, we all know NASCAR is big in Florida. I think we will see Daytona, you know, Daytona 500, Daytona Beach. I think that is going to make an appearance within GTA 6. There's just so much that's going to be in the game. So, there's actually a city up there, not too far from Daytona Beach, called St. Augustine. Look out below. So you got St. Augustine, which is actually, believe it or not, is the oldest city in the U.S. as it was a Spanish settlement. St. Augustine. So there's a, you know, ancient fort there. It's just a really cool location. So I even think that will be maybe somehow in the game. Alright, let's head off. There goes the Cargo Bob. You did your job, Cargo Bob. Well done. Now you will become a coral reef. Something like that. Yes, dude. This is what I'm talking about. I mean, what kind of submarine are we going to get in GTA 6? All of this right here, I think looks very muted. You know, it doesn't look nearly as colorful as most likely what we're going to get in the new Grand Theft Auto. I mean, look at this. You can barely even see in front of you. Granted, that is how it is in the ocean. You really can't see too far in front of you at all, so this is pretty realistic, don't get me wrong, but actually not so much in the Bahamas, though. Once you get to the Caribbean, the water is crystal clear. But yeah, mostly off of Florida. It does tend to look like this until you get closer to the Caribbean Sea. Alright guys, I'm going to check one quick thing. Really hope you all are enjoying the stream so far. You know I am. Really awesome to be chilling with you guys and kicking off the weekend. Alright, so give me a moment. Just going to do one quick thing. I'm going to run to the room, run back, and we will continue and go to one of the most trippy secrets in the entire game. I promise you that. Much love, guys. Be right back. Shelly, don't let anything happen to Trevor. All right, y'all. Appreciate you guys for hanging out. There we go. Got the chat up. Let us continue, man. It does look trippy underwater here in GTA 5, but even just looking at it right now is kind of an example of what I'm saying, how this game is old by today's standards, and there's just not enough detail. It's too muted under here. Look for there to be so much more color in the underwater Grand Theft Auto 6. I mean, look at this. You got these crappy looking seaweeds that barely even move. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Wow. Oh boy, you go right through them. Cool. There's no color under here. Still cool though, right? I mean, underwater exploration, even, you know, this much is still awesome. But I just think it's going to be so much better. Excuse me, guys. Massive shout out to Jeremy Terrain, who says GTA 6 digital only. What's up with that? I don't know, man. I mean, it's a little bit unusual from the angle of a collector's edition as well. You know what I mean? Like, so what about, you know, people who want to spend the $200 to get all this like limited edition, you know, GTA 6 merch? You know what I'm talking about, how a lot of games tend to have that stuff, including GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2. I still have my Red Dead Redemption 2 special edition book, you know, the guide or whatever. I have that in its original seal. I didn't even unseal the thing. But so in GTA 6, you're telling me we're only going to have, you know, just the 2 digital versions? That's kind of weird, isn't it? You think they would also offer, you know, a collector's version. There it is, guys. All right, so there is. You see that? The underwater hatch. So we are hoping that the light turns on. And, I mean, that is pretty sick looking. That is definitely something I look to, you know, kind of get a little something like that in GTA 6. You know what I mean? It just looks awesome. Much love. Rue dropping the Australian $10 stream nuke. Just took 2 eddies, and I'm watching a trippy stream. Could it get any better? That's a good combo right there, man. That is definitely a good combo, especially GTA 5, man. It's a really trippy game. Rue, you are the man. Greatly appreciate you. Interesting how the light's not on though, right? Now, if you turn into like a dolphin or, you know, shark, something like that, you can actually swim down to it. I'm going to turn up the audio, guys. Let me know, because there's tapping that you can hear, which is really, really trippy. Let's see if it's actually doing it right now, though. Hang on one moment. Alright, guys. The light turned on. The light turned on. Another one of those highly underrated Easter eggs in the game. You can find a random underwater hatch. There's tapping that you can hear that comes from it. And the light turns on. I mean, imagine if we can get that thing to open. What do you think that's actually real? You think there's something like that in real life? An underwater hatch? Where would it lead to? Is that a vault? It's interesting how close we can get to it. Okay, not any closer than that, though. Alright, I'm going to turn it up for you guys. I don't know, guys. What do you think? I can't tell if it's just, you know, kind of the echoes of the ocean, because normally there is a tapping. I don't know if I could hear it. Let me know. Did you hear anything interesting? I don't know. I couldn't tell if it was just that, you know, almost alien sound of underwater, or, you know, if it was associated. But it's interesting how the light has been on for so long, because it does turn off as well. Massive hatch that you can find underwater, and out of all the deep sea secrets in the game, it's one of the craziest ones. Whoa! Almost died there, Trevor. Scuba diving while wearing boots and jeans. That is a badass mofo. Mike Gardner. Much love, dude. I mean, when it comes to the hatch, what people have decoded the tapping to be is, so it's a Morse code seeing if we want to go bowling. And that is a connection to Grand Theft Auto 4, where Roman would constantly call you and ask you if you want to go bowling. The funny thing is, you know, as somebody who played the hell out of GTA 4 back in the day, that used to annoy the F out of me, right? That was kind of before social media. So now, to see everybody complain about it and it actually be added as an Easter egg in the hatch, it's funny, you know, because it's something that was personal for me, where I hated that about Grand Theft Auto 4. I think that's the one thing that annoyed me in the entire game. I liked all of GTA 4, but I always thought there was a way to, there should be a way to turn off Roman. Now, funny enough, there is a way to turn off Roman, technically at the end, but either way. In this case, the light isn't turning on. I don't know if I heard the tapping. Oh, you hear it now? Alright, let me turn it up one more time, see if I can hear it. I don't know. I think I heard it for a second, but either way, I think we've certainly seen the hatch enough to know it is one of the most trippy Easter eggs in any game. Some people thought it might be a reference to the show Lost, which is an old J.J. Abrams show from back in the day that a lot of people really loved. You know, known as one of the best TV shows from that era with a really crappy ending. It's kind of what that was known about. But either way, you know, there was a hatch and a smoke monster in that show, but that wasn't underwater, so I never really kind of figured that was the same reference, but who knows, maybe it was. So eventually leading to Roman Bellic, Nico's cousin, being underwater and referencing the fact that he would just constantly call you asking if you want to go bowling. And now apparently he's in a hatch, an underwater hatch. Crazy Easter egg. Alright, so let's head back to the top side. We'll go see what Michael's up to. Mike says those big American titties you always told me about.
I gotta run.
Yeah, I mean, Roman Bellic does get a girlfriend, right? With, what was her name? Shite. I forget her name. But yeah, so that also really didn't, you know, he does technically have a girlfriend in that game. I don't know how. He's a creeper, bit of a BSer, but, you know, hey, it's America, so even a crazy guy like that can get laid. I guess that's the great thing about America. Because if it wasn't for that, you know, some of us might die a virgin. So we're back to controlling Michael, go do a pit stop at his place. One thing I could show you, let's see, actually it's further here. Yeah, let's go to the house first. And there's another thing I did want to show you that I'm really questioning leading into GTA 6. You know, another thing that I think not enough people are really talking about. You know, when it comes to a trailer 3 or whatever Rockstar could potentially showcase next, I mean, there's so many different things they could feature. It doesn't even have to be a trailer. You know, like jam it out, put on a, you know, Rolling Stones song and show some gameplay, maybe some cool lines here or there. Yeah, I'm sure everybody wants to see that, but they could also showcase different elements of the game, whether it be the main characters, you know, maybe show a Jason-based trailer. You know, different things you can do in the game, but here's an idea for you. Okay, here's an idea of a trailer that I think they could do, and that I think would be huge. What about a trailer, a GTA 6 trailer that only features the weather? I think that could be sick, because what if Grand Theft Auto 6 has hurricanes? What if it has tornadoes, tsunamis, floods, strong wind, where you see things blowing around, you know, chairs will fly by you, whatever, trash can. I think that could be huge, guys. Could you imagine? So imagine the next GTA 6 trailer, they come on, Grand Theft Auto 6, featuring the most revolutionary weather engine in any video game. And it just shows, you know, the beach with a hurricane. It shows floods through a neighborhood. So imagine they go with that. I think that it's going to feature some crazy weather. And we've done a lot of experimenting with weather here at the channel in Red Dead Redemption 2. So we know, you know, just how cool it looks in that game. So you know it's going to be better than that. So that could be a cool trailer. You see what I'm saying? It's not always, it doesn't always have to be you know, just a trailer with a cool song and, you know, hey, we look cool, you know, the vibes. It could be something simply featuring a new aspect that they're introducing. And I think a brand new weather engine, if they have a trailer just to show us what hurricanes will look like, something like that, that could blow up the internet. You know, a lot of people could get excited just for that. And again, I think a lot of us who are hardcore Red Dead Redemption 2 fans, we know what the weather looks like in that game. I mean, we just climbed to the tallest peak in the game.
You got lucky, buddy.
You know, Secret Mountain. We climbed to the top, and we had the infinite thunderstorm going at the same time. And it looked crazy, dude. We climbed up the mountain through the clouds.
Come on, mate.
And, you know, we were in a massive thunderstorm at the top of a mountain. Talk about trippy, man. It looked pretty crazy. It looked psychedelic. So we know what the weather is in that game. That is a PS4 game. They haven't released a PS5 version of Red Dead Redemption 2. That's a PlayStation 4 game. So we're going to get a full-on next-gen Red Dead, or full-on next-gen Rockstar game. Right? It's going to be insane looking, dude. It's going to be awesome. So little things like that people might not really be thinking of. That we're going to have some natural disasters, baby. I think Rockstar is going to really have some cool weather in this game. And what I wanted to point out is that Grand Theft Auto 5 is filled with references to weather, almost making me think that they were going to have some of this stuff in GTA 5. Gonna take a sip of coffee. Cheers to the weekend, my friends.
Hey, what's
I
up?
challenge you guys to hang out till 4:20. It's 3:50. So you know we got to do a 4:20 toast on a Saturday, 4:20 a.m.
He did.
So yeah, right here we got potentially up and atom, right? The atomic symbol. And right now we got a lot of conflict on the planet. So you always have that, you know, that threat. And then right underneath it, tsunami. You know, so little Easter eggs. I think it could have been a part of the game. Trippy Cat wanted to get in. Alright, go outside. Going out on the patio. Which the door to the patio is right behind the computer. Anyways. So, yeah, dude, I think that weather was supposed to be a part of Grand Theft Auto 5, at least more than what we see now. Which isn't too much in this game. And then they upped it a little bit in Red Dead Redemption 2. Actually, they upped it a lot in Red Dead 2. So imagine with that evolution. You go from the weather in this game to the weather Red Dead Redemption 2 and now the weather in GTA 6. I think it's going to be one of the highlights of the game, my friends. And you see it here, tsunami with the up and atom. And, you know, it could just be meant to be a little store, you know, the tsunami clothing store or whatever. But it could also be intentional because right here across the street, notice how you have the Doppler cinema. And I believe, you know, Doppler is weather related to Doppler radar. Let me see if there's a definition, technically. Doppler. The term Doppler usually refers to the Doppler effect, which is the change in the frequency of pitch of a wave in relation to an observer when the source and the observer are moving toward or away from each other. Okay, so, yeah, specialized radar system used to track precipitation and measure the velocity of storms. It uses the Doppler effect to detect whether rain, snow, or wind is moving toward or away from the radar station. So there you go. Doppler radar used to detect storms. And then tsunami, which I think we're going to have tsunamis in Grand Theft Auto 5, or sorry, GTA 6. Now keep in mind, you know, we don't really get tsunamis very much here in Florida. I suppose it's certainly possible, but, you know, I think they'll do it just because tsunami is going to be crazy in video game form. But yeah, so Tsunami, Up and Atom, and the Doppler, all right next to each other. Not to mention clappers. I mean, we all love clappers. But I digress. The whirligig. And then just down here, there's another. See, what I think they may have wanted to do in GTA 5 was potentially have earthquakes, because California, you know, is very popular for its earthquakes. I've always told that they were going to have, you know, the big one, a big earthquake at some point in Cali since I was a kid. Luckily, you know, there hasn't been another one on the scale of the San Francisco quake, you know, knock on wood. But I do think they wanted to have earthquakes somehow be a part of GTA 5. And I just think it probably is tough to pull off in a video game form, because they were trying to pull off earthquakes back in GTA San Andreas. There's evidence found within the game code that they were going to make earthquakes, but I just think it was too glitchy, because if you try to activate it, it just glitches everything out too much. Might be a little bit challenging to pull off, you know, full scale earthquakes. So the Life Invader, that's Facebook. So look for Life Invader to make a comeback. I think that'll be in GTA 6 as well. I don't think we can go in here though, can we? Can you go in the Life Invader anytime you want, or is it only during the mission? Yeah. Makes sense. They don't want to load up they don't want to load up any NPCs in there. So take a look at this mural right here. See how even the lights are highlighting what looks to be an earthquake. Potentially an earthquake reference right there. So what's happening with you guys in the chat? Much love, J-Mac. Like when a beeping car passes you and the tone changes. That's the Doppler effect. Ah, yes. J-Mac, we need to get you on the mic, so you could, you know, we could have a Doppler effect discussion. The wonders of the Doppler effect.
Keep
Borrow this car right here.
It's just a car.
So yeah, I think likely earthquakes were meant to be in the game, and probably too glitchy. I don't think it was really far in development. They probably realized, all right, not going to do earthquakes. But, you know, I think a lot of natural disasters, particularly tropical storms and hurricanes. By the way, guys, dude, there is a nasty looking storm off the coast not too far from me right now. So, dude, it is supposed to be just dumping on us all weekend. I think we're going to get a lot of rain, thunderstorms. You should have heard the thunderstorms this morning. I woke up, you know, probably like maybe like an hour after we stopped streaming yesterday, guys. Went to sleep. Trippy dog, a thunderstorm came in, and these thunder strikes sounded like War of the Worlds. You know, we're talking like bang, dude. It was very loud. Very loud thunder. So Trippy Doggo was freaking out. So woke me up because he was pawing on right next to where I sleep in my bed is the door to the bathroom. So, you know, he's trying to get the bathroom door open. Needless to say, I didn't get much sleep, guys. Of course, the beaches of Miami. You got Vice City South Beach. That is going to be a big part. So, what you see right here, you know, a lot of people are questioning, you know how you have the trailers with all the people on the beach? You know, people questioning, oh, there's not going to be that many people. Oh my gosh, is that tractor running over people? There's no way. Anyways, Yeah, you see, there's a lot going on here, so it wouldn't take too much to upgrade this to make it seem realistic. No way, Chad. No, it's... Oh, oh, dude, I thought I was going to run over that lady. Watch out! Oh, near-death experience right there for that lady. This is awesome. I've never seen this before. Tractor is just going off. They've had a bad day. Their boss told him off for the last time. Wow, dude. They give 0 Fs. Just running over all the umbrellas.
Hey, you never call me back the next day.
Now, can I steal that and then have this thing back here for experimental purposes? Bro, come on. These umbrellas are holding you up, aren't they? You're in a massive tractor, dude. You'll be okay. Just run it over. Scheiße. There you go. There you go. You're welcome. Whoa. He almost got me, guys. He nicked me. Yes, there you go. Yeah, you got it. Oh, no. You can do it. There we go. You're free. I think. Watch out for that surfboard. What? He circled back? You think the NPCs are going to be smarter, guys? I almost think they're going to be exactly the same. That's the one thing I don't have a ton of confidence in. Hold on one second. Wait, where's he coming? Trippy Cat's trying to get back in. But yeah, I don't have a ton of confidence in the NPCs. Maybe it'll be better just because, I mean, let's face it, these guys are, for lack of a better term, morons. Just parking it right there, really? Open the door for the cat. You were out there for 2 whole minutes, Trippy Cat. Alright, we're taking it.
Jesus Christ! Why are you stepping on me, asshole?
Hey, man. I don't know what you were doing back there, drinking on the job. It's all good. Hey, no judging here. No judging here. I'm drinking on the job right now. Well, drinking coffee on the job. Alright, here we go.
Get out of the fucking way.
Did it work? Alright, we got it. Here we go. Just want to give a huge thanks to everybody in here. Anybody in the stream right now, countdown to 420. It's 4:03 here on the East Coast. You're in here right now about to get extra trippy with us, and you are an absolute legend. That's right, look at that. Look at that. Oh no, we lost our thingy-me-bob. Oh, scheiße. Alright, well. Now we're felons again. Let's see if we can find a hiding spot. Tractor on the run. Tractor on the run. Trippy Cat, pipe down over there. Trying to make a epic escape. Oh, dude, that thing's sick right there. Let's take that. I like the colors, yellow and green. Nice. The Bifta. Yeah, this thing's pretty fast, though. Oh, great brakes. Alright, just park here for a second. Much love to everybody in here. Doomer, James Bond, J-Mac, Shelly. Huge shout out to Wilson. Bald Thanos says Rockstar says NPC in GTA 6 will be controlled by AI. Yeah, I mean, they should be next level as far as, you know, maybe having their own lives and whatnot. Potentially, right? That could be a thing, but that remains to be seen.
Oh, shit, son.
You got to remember, right? Not only do you have potentially upgraded AI, but with the game world so huge, you know, it's going to be a struggle for Rockstar to make sure everything works. So, yeah, I can't wait to see how everything is going to come together, including the AI. Trippy Cat, just lay down and relax. Would you stop bitching? I was gonna, didn't we make an arrangement to mail Trippy Cat to Shelly's house? Don't worry. I'll get overnight shipping. Trippy Cat, you gonna be okay in a box for 12 to 24 hours? What's that? Yeah? Shelly, the cat, said she's gonna be fine. No worries. Alright, we're going up the stairs. Oh no, it looks like we might have a little blood. Oh, what's going on here? What's that? That's just ketchup? Okay, we're good. Kind of reminds me of a little dock they have in Daytona Beach, which I think might have been destroyed a little bit from the hurricane. Oh, come on. That was an accident. Come on over to my place, Lagoon's Diner.
Great car.
What is that?
Fucking beautiful.
Okay. No worries, Michael. No need to panic. Just hide somewhere for a second. They won't get you. Let's see. Look, even this thing right here is a slight reference to Claptrap in Borderlands. I believe it was voiced by Jack Black in the movie, which I heard was horrible. I didn't see it though, so maybe it might be good. I need to watch it. J-Max says cats and dogs are hilarious together. Oh yeah, when you combine cats, dogs, you also throw sharks in there, and falcons. The four of them, put them together in a room, it's hilarious. Who would end up the last one left? A falcon, a dog, a cat, a boa constrictor, and a ferret. Alright, so yeah, I think this right here may not seem like much, guys, but it could be, just I guess the early stages of the kind of attractions we'll see in, I guess, GTA 6's version of Orlando. I mean, we might have a damn theme park. Imagine if we have a cool Pirates of the Caribbean type of thing. Alright, now Trippy Doggo wants to come in. Trippy Cat finally got comfortable, and now the dog barging in. This is my life. I feel like sometimes I stream live from a petting zoo. Hey guys, I'm here at the zoo. You got the dog. Cat hopefully won't trip over some wires. The stream cuts off because Trippy Cat, I'm gonna rage. But yeah, so got these, you got a lot of theming and whatnot around here, so it is cool. I think it is possibly just a small taste of what's to come. If we get Rockstar Disney World, that'll be one of the most epic things in the game. I mean, I hate to say it, but we want a Rockstar Disney, but imagine. Oh jeez, now they're fighting. Imagine going on a 6-star rampage in that thing. That could be one of the most epic things of all time. The Ferris wheel. Alright. Let me help the dog and the cat. And you guys enjoy. I mean, it starts off the Ferris wheel. Imagine we get Space Mountain. You know what I mean? Space Mountain, dude. That could be crazy. And it basically could be the same system of the roller coaster that we see right here, but a trippy GTA 6 version. I predict we will see. Rockstar Disney World, and what we showed off earlier, what is it, Fred's Fun World or whatever. Alright, hold on, guys. Let me help the cat. What are you two doing? Can't you get along for a second? They both give me those eyes. Like, the cat's just staring at me like, you know, what do you want from me? And the cat's right, because the cat has to deal with Trippy Doggo. And Trippy Doggo is a maniac. Okay. Okay, dog, hey, you're staying here. Let the cat out. You're staying here. That's right. See what I have to deal with, guys? So yeah, starts off the Ferris wheel. Maybe next we get Tower of Terror. I mean, it's kind of the Tower of Terror right here, but it's closed. Probably closed because somebody fell off and died. Oh, damn, they got an ice cream shack that's closed? Dude, I never really looked at this before. Oh, does that say the Cherry Popper? No way, man. See, I never noticed that shack. What? So there's a Cherry Popper reference here. I must be the last person who noticed this. The Cherry Poppers from Vice City. You'll always remember your first. This is a Vice City reference. So it is open on the backside. Nice, an ice cream stand. Looks like mint chocolate chip right there. That's one of my favorites. Candy box. Chocolate. Not sure what that top right one is, but it looks fire. PSQs. Nothings. Can't read any of these. What the hell are these guys? Nice. The Cherry Popper. Oh, check it out. The Uder Milkin? The Uder Milkin? What? Uder Milkin. With a cowbell and a tongue. Is that a tongue, or maybe that's an udder? That must be a udder. Udder Milkin. Is that what it is? Wow. Epstein Island at GTA 6. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past Rockstar, to be honest. Cherry Popper. Nice. Cherry Popper, one of the properties you could purchase in Grand Theft Auto Vice City, but it was known to be glitchy. Oh, the Meteorite Bar. Earthquakes. Oh, another earthquake reference. There's the Uder Milkin Bar. Hard to read most of these. I don't know what that one is right there. Orange Tang? Orange Tang? The hell's that? Some kind of star. Nice, dude. This is why we need a real-life Rockstar land. Could you imagine if Rockstar brought all this stuff to like some sort of themed park that you can go to? You can buy, you know, the same ice cream from the Cherry Popper. Wouldn't that be crazy? You can go to Cluck and Bell. So Rockstar and Take-Two, they make a deal with Chick-fil-A for Cluck and Bell. You know, so they got their Cluck and Bell in the park. Burger Shot, you know, maybe McDonald's or whatever. It's a huge success for all involved. Rockstar Land. So right here is the roller coaster. And this is where I think they basically just take this and they make a Thunder Mountain. So instead of this small pier style roller coaster, you know, they give us just a straight up Thunder Mountain or Slinky Dog roller coaster, you know, something like that. This is a lot like a Slinky Dog coaster type of deal. And, of course, you also have Space Mountain. That would be awesome. Almost 420, guys.
I love entrusting my safety to carnies.
Roll the Blizzant. Maybe a J. Pack the biz on. I'm going to take a sip of coffee. One more sip of coffee at 4:20 a.m. And yeah, hopefully we have a good Saturday, that's for sure. Alright. There's only one person we need to turn into at 4:20. Mr. 420 himself, Franklin, who can actually buy his own medicinal marijuana shop. Speaking of medicinal marijuana, huge shout out to T-Lex. Hope you have a nice Saturday. Operation 1968. Good to see you again, Trippy. It's been a while. What's up, Operation? Hope you're doing well. Wow, Rue. You are a legend. Really appreciate that dono earlier. That is awesome. Alright, almost 420. The hell do you want?
But we got a guy, Felipe, needs picking up. Rich kid, Dad's a big client of ours. He's insisting we send the best driver we got.
What? No.
Sorry.
Look how much money we got in the bank. Let's see here. $6,807,681. Probably ain't driving no taxi if you got $6 million in the bank. I mean, maybe you would, but we got 100%. Franklin is feeling good. If you go over to this section of the couch, you can find the Sports Almanac, which is a reference to Back to the Future. And if you look at the bookshelf, that is where you can find the reference to Red Dead Redemption, where you have that blue book right there, Red Dead by Jay Marston. And my personal favorite book, you see that white one right there, it's called Ghetto Booty. Ghetto Booty. Speaking of Ghetto Booty, huge shout out to Bob Locke. Come on, Bob. We were wondering where you were. We were about to put out the search party. We would have had choppers circling your house. And, you know, at first you'd have been a little bit spooked. You'd have thought, oh, has the FBI finally caught me? But then you would have realized it is merely just the trippy surveillance system. Alright, guys, so really hope y'all have a good Saturday. We're going to kick it off with the 4:20 a.m. trippy toast, man. Seriously, you know, it is a good omen. Definitely need a good Saturday. So many of us have to, you know, put in hours, work in, and, you know, it's tough. I feel like it's tough on, because it's kind of unnatural in a way. You know, you're forced to put on a, you know, like a, just be extra nice, like, hey, how you doing? Hey, good to see you. You know, little things like that, which you don't really mean, because you'd rather be chilling with the trippy fam streaming some Red Dead Redemption 2. Anyways, I digress. It's almost 4:20, guys, so get ready. You know Franklin's ready. He is ready to go for 4:20. Dude, he lives like a rapper. He's got the whiskey. It's already packed up. I mean, of course, he's got the munchies because he's smoking the ganja and then going straight for the crackles o' dawn. Looks like instead of milk, he just uses wine. Just get to the chase, right? What does this say? Gave up acting to save my sanity. Sounds like Shia LaBeouf. Once again, huge shout out to everybody here. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with us. If you're in the chat at 4:20 a.m., then you are seriously one of the real ones out there. That's for sure. Got my coffee mug ready to go. Franklin, he's been waiting for 4:20. He's got everything packed and loaded for this moment right here. Cheers, guys. Oh, yes. Delicious coffee. It's still $4.19 though. There it goes. Yes. Commence the ceremony, Franklin. The 420 horns. Yeah, if any of you guys are toking out, you know, take a puff for me. I mean, coffee, that gives you a little, high, you know, something about it. It actually does it for me, especially, you know, when you're not awake yet. Whoa, everything's fuzzy looking. I wonder what the hell this is. Is this like a authentic Mayan artifact of some kind? It's got to be the most random thing in his house. I also thought it was weird how he's got the picture of his ex on here. Or actually, that might be his aunt. No, that wouldn't make sense, right? You don't take a picture like that with your aunt. Anyways, either way, it's like, bro, you're broken up. Happy 420, guys. Hold on. Gotta open up another door for Trippy Cat. Story of my life.
Come in. Can I get a cab out to me?
No problem. I'll have one there in a couple of minutes.
Appreciate it.
You're getting fat. You need a diet. Okay, there we go. Oh, scheiße. Mike Garner, so did Tanisha come back to Franklin? Didn't Tanisha, wasn't it like stated during the game that Tanisha like cheated on him or something like that? Alright, so going to, that's it, I was looking, I think right here, right? We're trying to get to the Maze Bank.
Where can I take you?
Pill box.
Franklin's with her in online? Oh, come on, man. Franklin always putting the pussy on a pedestal. I've always said that about him, you know? So right here, another iconic location for me is the Maze Bank. Now, this is actually, you know, a really popular building in real life, especially if you watch Independence Day. It is one of the buildings that is blown up. Remember, they're having the party at the top. The UFO comes right over them and destroys the entire building with that laser beam. Hell yeah. So, you know, this right here is the tallest and most popular building here in Grand Theft Auto 5. So, it makes me wonder what the tallest building will be in Vice City, you know, Miami. Perhaps there's other cities. I'm really hoping that we have another big city, because Florida has several big cities. You know, you got Miami being basically the west or the East Coast version of LA. It's blowing up more and more every year. You got Tampa, where I live. You know, it's pretty big. It's right next to two other decent-sized cities. You know, St. Petersburg. So that would be interesting if they have Tampa in the game. I think that's a really historic location and city. And there's a lot of cool stuff that would be GTA related around here. And then, of course, you got Orlando. Jacksonville is a massive city. I do not expect Jacksonville to be in the game, but it's one of the biggest cities in Florida. It's got a very large ghetto, you know, so if you wanted to have a kind of a ghetto area, that would make sense. So there's a lot of big cities. Florida, of course, being one of the biggest states. Most people of any state in the U.S. So there's certainly a lot to work with. And one of the coolest mini games is you go up to, you see how you have the parachute. And this is something I really hope returns for Grand Theft Auto 6, right? Where You walk up, put on the parachute, and you take the elevator to the top of the building. In this case, the tallest building in all of Grand Theft Auto 5. So if you have a very popular tallest building with Mount Chiliad in the background, and you got the motorcycle, dude, that is pretty epic. So, you know, it makes me wonder. And look at how you're facing right towards Chiliad. It's like the tallest mountain, and then the tallest building. What will be the tallest building from Grand Theft Auto 6? Will it be in Miami? Will it be in Vice City, of course? Will it be somewhere else? I mean, even Key West is a decent-sized town, and that's going to be in Grand Theft Auto 6. James Bond says, you ever have any coffee beans from the high mountains that taste like lemon or orange candy? I can't say I've tried that before, James Bond. It sounds interesting, though. Rue says, in online, Franklin's house has a playground in the backyard, making people think he has kids with her at some point. What? It's got a playground? Interesting, dude. Franklin's covered in bruises?
Man, here we go. I'm gone mad.
Is there a secret ending to Franklin we don't know about? Alright, here we go. Yeah! You know, something as cool as that is pretty epic. You know what I mean? If we get that in the next gen, I mean, that's going to be so dope. Which we will. You know, that's another thing they could feature. We talked about maybe a trailer featuring natural disasters. What about a trailer featuring all the things you can do in the sky? You know, you're going to have the upgraded volumetric clouds. GTA 5 does not have that. You can't fly through any of these clouds. That's going to be a difference in Grand Theft Auto 6 with the really, really trippy looking volumetric clouds. So, you know, there's going to be helicopters, there's going to be parachutes, there's going to be jets, planes, and everything in between. So I think you could almost have a trailer basically just featuring that. That's one of the things I'm looking forward to most. Oh no, I accidentally shot the tire out.
Damn, 5-0.
I also look for them to up the wanted level. You know, I think it's going to go from 5 stars back to the 6 stars from the past Grand Theft Auto games. Coming through.
Man, sorry about that.
Oh.
Fuck this shit.
You know, so that's another thing they haven't even announced yet. Now, will they? I don't know. Maybe they will keep it 5 stars, but I don't know. I tend to think they might bring it to the 6 star, bring that back again. Now, the 6 star, the reason why they don't have it in this game is because 6 stars actually represents, oh shoot. 6 stars actually represents the military. You know, so that's why here you get 5 stars. Then you're going to have SWAT come after you. You're going to have the Noose, which is the SWAT team. And that's going to be the highest end. So if they bring back the 6 star, that means 5 stars you get the SWAT. 6 stars you're going to have to go against, you know, tanks, potentially. What if, like, jets flying after you? Orbital cannon, maybe, takes you out. You know, Miami Vice. I think that's what a lot of us would like to see. That would be pretty cool. But not only will, you know, we want that 6 star to return, but that means the return of, you know, the military, basically the military chasing you down. You become America's Most Wanted. Drones, I mean, yeah, they have drones that I've been reading about that police forces here in the U.S. are starting to use. You know, they are in an SUV, and then it flies right out of the SUV. So I can imagine you ever see that, it's going to scare the shite out of you if you ever have a drone trying to pull you over or whatever. But yeah, we're entering the future, dude. They have that in a lot of cities. If you go to like a downtown of a big city and you look up, a lot of times, you know, you will notice some drones flying around, whatever. Yeah, it is the future, man. So you'd like to think drones are going to be in the game in some capacity. Yeah. Let's go. Who put this van right here?
That hurt.
Of all places to put a van in the middle of the road. Rockstar still trolling after all these years, man. Rockstar still trolling, but I think they have something cooking in the background. I really think it's going to be pretty sick. One more secret location I did want to show you guys. If you look back behind this building right here, there's one random secret place that was never used. They ended up not even using it. So it's one of the only locations in the game, probably the only secret location that nothing ever happened with. So basically you go over here, you go up the stairs. I mean, there's probably half of you guys might not even know about this. That's how obscure it is. So you go up here, and actually, you know what? It's not this building. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Okay. Look at that. You can't even tell. When the doors are closed, you know, you can't tell if it's just one of those textures that's not meant to open. It's kind of trippy if you think about it. You can't tell the difference between a door that opens or is not meant to open. Anyways, so restricted area, authorized personnel only, and sterile area. That's kind of interesting, isn't it? Sterile area. Shout out to Augustus. So yeah, here we are. An authorized personnel only. Wait. Whoa. Is that? Is that a curtain that's closed, or it almost looks like a person? Is that a person on the other side with like a white? I don't know. I never noticed that before. To me, it looks like a person with like a white collar and a black jacket on or something. Okay, so it's the same texture on every door though. Lockers. So I think this locker right here opens. Cleaning equipment. Oh, there's people in here.
Diet sodas are actually worse for you, you know.
Yeah, brother.
So this is a lovely couple that is Roberta and Chapo. She's expecting.
Man, these young cats is crazy, you know?
I know.
Want to play show and tell? Let me show you something. Look at that. That's right. Yeah. Show and tell. I show you an RPG and tell you to F off. Now get out of here. That's right. Go on the roof. Good luck. Anyways. So yeah. Let's see if we can blow up in this locker. Here we go. Fire in the hole. Did it open the locker? No. See an interior, but you know, a little inside of the locker there. So yeah, it's pretty interesting, right? Out of all the different hidden areas in the entire game, this is probably the only one that went underutilized. They never used it. Not exactly sure what it's doing in the game. Perhaps it's a place for you to buy some sprunk. Who doesn't love sprunk?
Damn, that was all right.
There you go. Much love, Rue. Hey, we didn't hurt anybody. You know, Franklin, he's a man of peace. You know, yeah, he might do a warning shot, but he's peaceful. So yeah, you got the ladder up to the roof, and there you go. How many locations will be like this in Grand Theft Auto 6? If you think about it, right? There should be more interiors than what we got here in GTA 5, I hope. But how many locations will be like that where you can find this interior? You would think that everything would be utilized. But here in Grand Theft Auto 5, it's one of the biggest games, probably known as the biggest game of all time, made a shite load of money. Yet, to me, has a lot of room for improvement, and we're going to see that improvement finally pay off after all these years we've been waiting forever. It is going to come November 19th. Rockstar just confirmed it. They confirmed, or at least Take-Two confirmed it, that the November 19th release is happening. You know, we'll be doing it big here at the channel, man. Much love to you guys. All right, I do have to dip out. It is 4:35 here on the East Coast, but we will be back. And we might even do a double header tomorrow on Saturday, because it's going to be pouring outside. I think I'm going to be stuck at home, and you know I want to stream and chill with you guys. So hit the notification bell to let you know whenever we go live. We'll definitely be doing it. We'll be going live at some point tomorrow. I promise you that. Much love, Shelly. Appreciate you holding it down today, as always. Massive shout out to Mike Gardner. Same with you, brother. Huge shout out to Dog Kitty. J-Mac, Nuclear Nixons, appreciate you, Nuke. Bob Locke, massive shout out to J-Mac. Huge shout out to Nina. Doomer, much love to you, brother. James Bond. Anybody I missed, you know, Rocket Smoke and Company. Rue, of course, much love, Rue. You guys are awesome. Greatly appreciate y'all for kicking off my weekend. And, yeah, I'll talk to you very soon, guys. Until next time, my friends. Peace. Adios, muchachos, and as always, make sure to stay trippy, my friends. Y'all come back now, you hear?
Hey, honey. So, how did the job search go today?
Man, asshole! What the hell? Fucking dick! Ah, crap! This is not! Move it! Miscreant? What? Lord in heaven! Shit!
Holy shit.
Citizens report an explosion on Capitol Boulevard.
Not yet.
God in heaven.
Citizens reporting an attack on a vehicle on Capitol Boulevard. Strawberry.
You see that?
Suspect last seen south of Vanilla Unicorn.
What the fuck?